Ha! There we go. Oh, nope. That is a creepy song to start off with. Let's just go ahead and switch to something else. Hi! Welcome to Good Goose Inc. If you've never been here, we are a small group of people that love to make content. I don't know what else to tell you. We're playing video games. We're talking about movies. We're chatting about what is going on in the world and our opinions on that, you know? And, you know, just kind of have fun with it. The world is a crazy and hectic place. And every once in a while, we're just gonna sit back and chill and just talk about movies, you know? Talk about your favorite movies. Talk about the movies that are coming out this week. We kind of sometimes bleeds into our podcast, the Good Goose podcast, but this is kind of where this is where we let loose. Because I try to rein it back. We used to have a movie podcast, but we're becoming a lot less specific. Just gonna kind of let that bleed over into other content. In case you want to watch it, I don't know who would. Or else this is just kind of chill and not messing around. We could talk about all the things that came out this weekend. We could talk about Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I still have yet to watch because I'm busy watching Stranger Things. It's so much because every episode is so long. I think I'm only 3 episodes in. I'm on episode 4. And each episode is like an hour and a half, pretty close to. So, well, let's talk about, pull up some movie information, like the fact that Top Gun Maverick is the next coming of Christ. There's a lot of hype behind it. I actually went to go see it yesterday. Phenomenal film. I just came out and said it to a friend group of mine and said, this is probably one of my favorite movies of the year so far. And that's true. It takes a cult classic, 1986 Top Gun, and it improves on it in just about every single way. This is one of those, like, not Diamond in the Roughs, but one of those like rare occasions where a sequel to a long, not old, okay, it is old, but to a film that is so beloved that you would think that there would be everything going against it, right? And then they just improved on it in every way. They reference it, they revere it, they play homage to it, and they just elevate it to the nth degree. Some of the flying scenes are epic, they're tense, they're emotional. Tom Cruise, of course, brings the charisma and the charm and the looks, but then everyone else got ripped. Everyone except for characters who obviously didn't have to be ripped. So Miles Teller, Monica Barbaro, Louis Pullman, Danny Ramirez, Glenn Powell, because they make a reference to the infamous, not infamous, it's people revere that scene of like the volleyball beach scene where it's just like gratuitous shirtless oiled up men playing each other for like quite a long time, and they make reference to that by playing a beach like mock football scene because they have to come together as a team, otherwise they're gonna fail the mission. That's the whole point of the movie. So it's all about teamwork, and it's just as gratuitous. But it's important to the plot. Like, it's more important to the plot than the volleyball scene was in the first movie, which I think is great, you know? Tom Cruise brought it with Top Gun Maverick. And even if you've never seen the original Top Gun, you can go into Top Gun Maverick and you'll be fine. Perfectly fine. My biggest complaint, though, is that they didn't bring Kelly McGinnis back. It's okay. It makes sense in a way. Jennifer Connelly's great. Very pretty. Very good actress. It kind of threw me for a loop because I saw the original Top Gun. It's actually available on Netflix until the 31st of this month, so you only have a couple more days to see it before they get rid of it for some reason. Bad timing on Netflix's part, but what isn't these days? But you can watch the original Top Gun on Netflix right now for the next couple of days before you go see Top Gun Maverick. You're gonna see like some overlap whenever you go see Top Gun Maverick because it doesn't assume that you've never seen the original Top Gun, but it's making sure that you don't have to, even though it is a classic and a great film. But yeah, I would just say if you don't feel like watching two pretty close movies to back, I totally understand. There's a lot to watch this weekend, but if you don't want to watch the original Top Gun, then you can watch Top Gun Maverick. It's good. What else came out this weekend? Oh, Bob's Burgers movie. Yeah, completely forgot about that one, but what a weekend for this to come out too. Trying to see, they don't have the gross yet because it's only Friday. International Top Gun Maverick has already made $863,000, but that's international. Like it came out I guess a couple of days early overseas, which is weird because wouldn't say it's a very international film. I mean, okay, so the whole point of the movie is Tom Cruise is training these Top Gun graduates who are like fresh out to run this like basically impossible mission. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You know, Mission Impossible. Anyway, he's leading them to do this impossible mission, and they never make they never mention what the country that the mission is set in. But for those who are eagle-eyed, or those who are knowledgeable about like fighter jets and history of fighter jets and all of that kind of stuff, you can like guess what country it may be set in. But again, it doesn't matter. It's just a foreign country, nuclear bombs that we need to stop. We need to stop them. This is not really spoilers. It's just kind of context for the story. It's all about Tom Cruise. It's all about Miles Teller. It's all about Jennifer Connelly. It's a dad movie. Okay. It's the movie that your dad has been waiting to see for a long time. And this is a great time to go take your dad out to go see the movie, or to go see what all the hubbub is about, you know, after hearing about it from your dad ever since childhood. You know, good movie. It's up there. Star Wars Celebration is, I don't know if it's still going on. Let's see. Yeah, it's still going on. And they released a whole bunch of trailers and news for the upcoming Star Wars projects. So they got like Andor, got a teaser trailer. The next major Star Wars movie to be released is going to be the Taika Waititi movie, although I don't know how far away that's going to be, considering he's like still in like, he's in the press tour. I assume he's in pre-production for it already, because Disney is like, come on, let's keep going. Yeah, you just did this Marvel movie. Yeah, whatever. Thor's coming out, you know, in 2 months, actually. One would assume that he's already working on like, maybe not the writing, unless he's supervising it, but like the directing and the producing for the next big Star Wars project. He was a part of the process, a part of the filmmaking process for Mandalorian season 1. And in fact, he voiced, is it IG-11 or IG-99? The robot assassin, spoiler alert, dies at the end of the first season. I'm excited for it. I think that no offense to Taika Waititi, I said this to Zach off probably right after we finished recording an episode of the Good Goose podcast. I'm not sick of Taika Waititi, because I love his writing, I love his directing, but I want him to have a break, because I feel like there's plenty of other like independent directors or upcoming directors who should be given a chance, not for maybe Star Wars. All right, I understand why they chose him. I think give him some time to breathe. You know, he's a human being. He wants to probably be with his family or his loved ones. He wants to probably just relax. As someone who's not a filmmaker, I'm not in the filmmaking industry at all, obviously, but let's see someone else's creative vision. Love his stuff. Love just about every single movie he's done. I like all the way back to like Eagle versus Shark and Boy. Like, I've been a fan for a long time, so I don't hate the guy. I just want him to be able to not get director burnout like so many directors are getting, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. We got Andor coming out, Ahsoka. Let's just pull this up. Okay, so Kenobi, Andor, Ahsoka, The Acolyte, Rangers of the New Republic. Although wasn't that canceled? No, this is as of 1 day ago from IndieWire. Every upcoming Star Wars series, all that you need to know. Blah, 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 blah. Just go down the list. Obi-Wan Kenobi just started. We got Andor, which the teaser trailer just came out. Looks pretty good for like a character and a time period. The time period is more interesting than the character. Like everything that happened, apparently it's like 5 years. 5 years before the events of Rogue One. Okay, cool. I'm excited because I love I love Tony Gilroy's work, and I'm interested to see like, you know, what they're gonna be doing and how it's gonna like lead into Rogue One, which is a phenomenal film. Anyway, Ahsoka, Rosario Dawson coming back, Dave Filoni coming back, Jon Favreau coming back, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Hayden Christensen, and Ray Stevenson. That's cool. Did not know Hayden Christensen was coming back for this. So it's gonna be like a crossover. Did not know that. I thought it was going to be, so this is going to be taking place during that time period, during the pre-original trilogy. God, there's so much going on and so many different like time periods. Because then we got Mandalorian coming out like February of next year, February 2023, right there. Oh yeah, the Star Wars Skeleton Crew that just got announced yesterday. The John Watts series, which is cool. You know, from the Spider-Man trilogy. It follows the fall of the Empire through the eyes of 4 children aged 11 to 12 years old. The series, previously codenamed Grammar Rodeo, is described as a galactic version of classic Amblin coming-of-age adventure films of the 80s. Think Stranger Things, but not like less E.T., more Goonies, I guess. Screenwriter Chris Ford, who I'm not familiar with. Rangers of the New Republic. Was this Okay, follows a group of X-Wing pilots during the same timeline as The Mandalorian. Okay. Will connect to other Disney Plus shows like Ahsoka and tie into a complete Star Wars TV universe. Gotcha. So there's an unannounced epic crossover event that they have not talked about yet, but I assume that they're gonna wait until after a couple of these shows have come out, right? So, oh, Lando. Okay, so it's just announced that Lando is coming out. The Acolyte is probably the most intriguing one so far because, yeah, mystery thriller that would take the audience into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerge dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. So this is like in the prequel era. Slate to appear in the lead role, Amandla Stenberg. Oh, from The Hate U Give and The Darkest Minds. And she was Rue in Hunger Games. I mean, she's been in stuff after Hunger Games, but yeah, from The Hate U Give. That's cool. Centering on a Sith who begins training under an experienced Sith Lord, so maybe that's her character. And then Star Wars: A Droid Story, which, you know, cool. Animated feature by an original Star Wars animation with new visual effects from Lucasfilm Industrial Light and Magic Division. So yeah, those are all the TV series, at least, that have been announced. Let's look at the I know that sounds like, oh my god, just watch all of it. Just get, if you're a real Star Wars fan, you watch all of it. They're just looking at figurines now, which cool, but I don't know. They're being hush hush on any possible like announcements. Of course, they're gonna wait until there's gonna be like any like, oh, here's the next, like, this is Taika Waititi's, you know, the name of his film or what. I doubt, but you never know. You never know. Oh, okay. Here we go. Blah blah blah. Light and Magic. That's what's going on right now. And then they have Star Wars: Attack of the Clones 20th anniversary celebration. Okay, Revenge of the Sith isn't awful, right? A lot of people were just rewatching it for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So I assume that more people have watched it, like they have that recency to kind of like change their opinion maybe on Revenge of the Sith, you know, as flawed as it is. But Attack of the Clones is just bad. It's all the bad stuff. It's I know for a fact it's bad. So that's gonna go on today. And then from a galaxy far, far away to a Disney park near you, they're just gonna talk about the Star Wars experiences at Disney parks around the world. I think it's safe to say probably not much else is going to happen today. If something does happen and it happens like during the time that I stream, I take responsibility for it, but I doubt it. Move on to because I haven't watched any Obi-Wan Kenobi yet, and I watched the Andor trailer. Let's talk about Stranger Things. Apparently there was a Stranger Things series from 2008 to 2009, an all original sci-fi horror anthology series, which originally the plan for Stranger Things, the show we know, right? So after season 1, they were supposed to, before they realized how successful it was, they were going to do a season 2 where it's totally new characters, totally new story, totally new monsters, threats, whatever. So I assume whoever made this other series, this whatever this is, starring Adam Duckworth and Daniel Waller. Let's see. I don't recognize anybody. Yeah. This may be just a independent project, which is fine. You know, that was me not too long ago. Yeah, it looks like it didn't last for all that long. Sacred Cow, Sins of the Mind. It looks like it's just 2 episodes. This is, yeah. Oh, no, 5. Huh. Well, good for them. They're not going to be, I mean, they're at least going to be in the search results when somebody types in Stranger Things. That's how I found it. But, yeah, I could talk about Stranger Things. I feel like I should pull back on that because, again, I'm only like 3 episodes in and I should finish it. And I'm being a bit apprehensive about talking about it online. It's a good show so far. Like season 4, I think so far, having rewatched seasons 1, 2, and 3 leading up to this, I'm serious. I watched the first 3 seasons over the last week and they're all good. Season 2, probably the weakest, in my opinion. But season 4 started off like way better than any other season. I would say season 1 is probably its best contender, but like season 1 and season 4 are like tied for me so far for best season. The punch at the end of season, or the end of episode 1 for season 4, I was like, holy shit, because yeah, they stepped it up a notch. You could tell that the budget, the writing, the acting, everything is like astronomically better than it's been. And it's been years since season 3. It's been like, I think season 3 came out in 2017, 2018, 2019. That's my fault. So not that long ago, but we were supposed to get season 4 like 2021, I think, or maybe the end of 2020. And of course, those several years happened. I feel like, I mean, we're obviously still in it, but this is really fun. Thanks so much for hanging out. Thanks so much for watching, and leave a comment down below about what movies you are excited for that are coming out this year. If you have a different opinion about some movie that I talked about, or you feel like I skipped over a TV show or a movie that I should be watching right now, please let me know down in the comments and I will get to it because I want to talk about it. I love watching movies. I love watching TV. That's specifically why I'm doing this, and I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it for me, I think, because this is like a form of therapy, but I'm doing it for you too, because I love you. Next time I'll have a plan. Thanks so much for watching. We will see you next time. Bye.